How much do I spend every month living in Pattaya, Thailand? I'm going to give you a breakdown. As you can see, it's sunny out here as usual. Yeah. This is a monthly breakdown. I'm going to show you how much I spent this month. This month on rent was 10,000 baht. Which I think is pretty good for this condo. I reckon I could have got the condo for cheaper, but it's a good condo. Um, Washing machine, fridge, living room, bedroom, shower, balcony, pool, gym. It's all right. I think it's worth the money. You know what I mean? Sun every day. Security 24/7. Parking. And the condo I moved into was a new condo. Like no one had ever lived in this condo before I moved in. So I thought it was a bargain. I think that people have told me that you might have been able to get in. Well, not even people have told me. I've just did my research, had a look around, seen certain condos that was a bit cheaper in this same building, but they didn't look as good. So I was happy with it. Like I was happy with it. Yeah, I was happy with this condo. Um, yeah, it's nice. Double bed, built-in wardrobes. Yeah, didn't have an issue with it. Everything was new. New washing machine, new fridge, microwave. Everything was new. So I thought it was a good deal for my money. Uh, second, second expense, water and electric. These come together. The bill comes together. The water and electric comes as one, even though you can see the separate prices. But this month I paid 2,500. But I've paid as little as 1,500 in the month. Electric is basically the aircon. Apart from the aircon, nothing really costs anything. You got what charging your phones, your fridge, your washer, the cooker, but the main thing is the aircon. It's been hot recently. I've been using my aircon more, tell you the truth. Like normally I just let the air in, but I've been getting munched up by the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes have just been munching me up, so I thought, you know what, let me use this aircon and close this balcony door, because I like just the fresh air, you get me? But yeah, I've been using it a bit more, but normally, to be honest with you, I've been pressed to get over 2,000 baht, and I've had as low as 1,500. Really, I could have even cheaper than that if I just didn't really use the aircon. I don't really use the aircon even when I'm sleeping. I turn it on, turn it off. You know what I mean? It just depends on how you use it, but really 2,500 is about £50, just over £50 for a month. So I would have said that was a pretty good price. Um, and water's about 500 baht a month, but it's like, yeah. So really, yeah, but they come together. But it's about 500 baht a month. I use probably about, just for my showers or whatever, which is about tenner, something like that. The biggest spend this month has been food and drinks, which was 11,670 baht. Um, yeah, that was this month. It can vary. Like I could go for even if I really wanted to, I could have that right down. I could buy pound meals every day, 50 baht meals, 3 times a day, and that's eating 3 times a day. That's me eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like I don't really, I don't like to be a fat boy. Fat boy ain't for me. You get me? Like, I don't like to be fat, so I always like to stay trim in like good nick. So I don't really, if I was hungry, I'd probably eat some more. But 3 meals a day is fine for me. My breakfast, lunch, dinner, I'm calm with that. Um, that's with like my breakfast being like like 60 baht, little cheap market meal. But it's good. It's all right. It's nice. I go there every day. My lunch, my biggest meal is probably my lunch, where I'm spending um, anything from around 150 to 400 baht, depending. And I'm going into the higher ones. I can get. It's just going to more fancy restaurants, to be honest with you. It's okay, but it can vary with my food. But this month was 11,670. But I can't get it cheaper. Like the other, it can vary due to the other day I fell out with a guy where I was buying the fish, so I decided to go somewhere else. Didn't really like that place where I was getting the fish from, so I decided to just buy my own from Big C. As soon as I started buying that same fish from Big C, imagine I was paying maybe 60, 70 baht. No, I was probably paying about 80 baht, 90 baht for 2 fishes. I went to Big C and spent 90 baht and got 6 fishes. Them 6 fishes would last me anything from 6 days, to be honest with you. Sometimes 6 days, sometimes 5 days, depending on how much meat I put on each dish. So, and then I was buying rice for like 10 baht, cooked ready. I just go to the little street food. I could have made my own rice and had it even cheaper than that, but I just decided to, I don't like cooking at all. I only did it just to spite the man for trying to, he told me a price. Then I went to the next place. He told me a better price, but it ended up being the same shop. But then when he found out that they told me a different price, he thought he'd put the price back up. He goes, "Oh yeah, I give you this price this time, but next time you pay this price." And I was like, "Nah, nah, 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 none of that. Keeping that same price now." And then he tried to say to me, "No, no, no, wait, carry it." Anyway, I went to him for about 4 or 5 days of him giving me that same price. But he wasn't there, give me the first time, but then the people that was charging me the teeth price, they just kept the same price as what he discounted. But then he came back another time and tried to tell me no. And then he's like, the price is up. The price is up. The price is up. I'm thinking, nah, mate. I go, nah, I won't pay that. But nah, the price, I didn't cool. I just go somewhere else, didn't I? I just dipped off and went somewhere else. It was stupid, really, because that day when I came, I looked at the fishes and I didn't want to buy them fishes because they just didn't look fresh enough. So I come back about 3, 4 hours later and the same fishes were still sitting there. So he was suffering for money. So I don't know why he didn't want to take my 80 baht. You get me? That would have been a good money for him. You get me? But he tried to cut off his nose to spite his face. Silly man. You know what I mean? Him stupid Tarati. You know what I mean? That's all I was feeling. My man, stupid. But it was a blessing for me anyway, because now I'm getting 6 meals, 5 to 6 meals for the same price I was buying a meal a day for. You know what I mean? Apart from I had to steam up the fish myself, but really, like, it wasn't that. You know what I mean? I don't like cooking, man. All I was doing is literally steaming up the fish. The rice was cooked, and now I'd steam up some broccoli. And that was about it. It was good to go. But yeah, that's the most expensive. But you could run it up. You could run up the food a bit more. Depends on how you eat. Obviously, if you're going out spending, listen, the most expensive meals here is like teners. probably £20 if you're looking to get a steak. And I'm on about you can get a steak for a change, but if you want to go and get some, I don't know, 40 ounce, I don't know how them big steaks, some big steak, you might run yourself up that, but really you're not. I mean, you spend 500 baht tenner, you get in a pretty decent restaurant, and the food will be okay. But you could spend £3 and get a pretty decent food, and the food would be okay as well. It's only when you're going down to the pounds, and even the pounds, like you can get, you know what I mean. You need to be eating rice, and or it's gonna be low protein. The next spend is motorbike. I can't live without a car, a pedal bike, or a motorbike. I just can't work with it. There's no way. So me, yeah, as soon as I get here, first thing I'm looking for is a motorbike. Um, Motorbikes can vary. I could have got a motorbike. Well, this motorbike that I've got at the moment, PCX 2021. It's not the newest model, but it's not the old model. It's new exhaust and all them things, and I'm paying 4,000 baht on that. Um, I could get a cheaper bike. I could get a cheaper PCX probably for about 38,000. Will it be an older model? And you know me, I like to. I ain't stunting, but I like to look. I like to at least be in the Golf. I don't have to be in the Mercs or the BM, but at least a Golf. You get me? I ain't trying to drive the KA or, you know what I mean, some dusty thing. But you can. I see man flexing them nothings. Like you could get a click for like 2,000 at the minute. I seen it online. 2,000 for a click for the month, which is about 40 quid. It's a change. My brethren was here a few months back, and he had a click for like the first month or something like that. He was here, but he ended up trading that in because you know what I mean. You see me come on the PCX, you know what I mean. Well, actually, I had a GPX back then. I didn't even have a PCX. I had a GPX. Mine was like a 160, and he was on the 125. He weren't impressed. He was saying he was feeling all the bumps and everything. So now he went and upgraded to a GPX, but I had the PCX when he upgraded, and he said the difference in the feel. I never drove a PCX, but he said the difference in the feel was like amazing. So I know you probably can hear the trees whistling at the back there. You get me? Don't watch that. You get me? But you know the view. You know what I mean? This is my view. You know, this is my view. Well, yeah. Um, the next expense is petrol. Petrol could probably be anything from 500 to 1,000 baht a month. To be honest, I don't even think. Every time you top up the tank, it costs about 240 to 250 baht. I don't think. I reckon that probably almost lasts me 2 weeks, and I'll be ripping everywhere. I'll be going Jomtien, Pratignac, Central, North Pattaya, South Pattaya. I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place. I could be doing them all, you know what I mean? I'm up and down. And that's why I can't even flex with no bike, because all this bolt and grab and, you know what I mean? I'll be in a taxi every minute. Like, I like to go just anywhere I want to go straight away. Like, in a minute I'm about to dust somewhere. I like to go anywhere. I don't want to feel like I'm restricted or I've got to wait for a cab. Even though the cabs come like the bolts and like the motorbike taxis come like every, you know what I mean. You get one in a couple of minutes, to be honest with you. But I just don't like waiting. I don't want to wait, and I don't want to get on the back of no one else's bike, and I don't want to have to keep paying for a taxi. I'd rather just get my own bike and just drive around myself. So I've always got a motorbike. But yeah, listen, I reckon it'd be hard for me to spend 1,000 baht on petrol, but it'd probably be 500 baht. Probably every 2 weeks, 240 baht. But if I was doing it every week, it's no way I'd drive more than 240 baht every week. Internet, Wi-Fi, 550 baht. Which is about just over a tenner a change, about £11, £12. In England, you're paying £20 to £30 for Wi-Fi, And I reckon this internet here is faster than even England's internet. So, you know what I mean? To be honest, when I was first here, I had my phone. I paid 1,500 for the internet. I said, oh, I want the unlimited top speed. It was like 1,500 I paid. It was fine. I was uploading, doing everything. I could do everything I needed to do on that. But when I got a new package the next month, I tried to get a cheaper package, tried uploading, and I was getting problems. It was taking like days to upload a video, and or it wouldn't even upload. It would fail. So I went into the shop, asked them what's going on, like I couldn't want to upload. He said, oh, the speed's too slow. So I go, if I upgrade it, because I changed networks, I go, if I upgrade it, will it work? Will it be fine and that? She was saying, nah, she doesn't think so. So I was thinking, you don't think so? But I don't know if she spoke English, but I don't know if she really understood what I was saying, because she seemed a little bit off, like she didn't know what I was fully saying. So I just got well, I went with that. I just didn't even bother. I got a cheap package, and I ended up getting the Wi-Fi. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. That's what I ended up doing, and I reckon it was probably one of the best things I ever did. I run that through my phones, my laptop, my everything. It's just fast. Yeah. The next expense is insurance. You know what I mean? You get into an accident. To be honest, when I was first here, I didn't even have no insurance. But I decided to get some. And that cost me like 1,902 baht every month. It's alright. I've been thinking about cancelling it, to be honest with you. They've paid out before, but I went to the hospital months back now, and they was just going on some dodginess about the payout. You know what I'm saying? This is dodgy about, I think it was about 13,000 baht, and they didn't want to pay the money back. I was thinking, what are you talking about? Like, what's it? Some nonsense. Try to rob me, you get me? So I was like, alright then, safe. You know what I mean? So I've still got them, but to be honest with you, I've been planning to cancel them. I just think, why am I paying if, like, sometimes you might not pay out, and I ain't got time for that. If that's the case, like 1,902 baht is about £43.66. If that was the case, with the money that I spent, if I didn't pay for the insurance probably about 4 weeks, I would have had 4 months. Sorry. I could have just paid it myself anyway. You know what I mean? They've took that money from me, so I'm thinking, nah, like I might as well just, you know what I mean? I might as well just not pay. But or I was looking for a different insurer, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I might just get rid of them. And my final expense is internet for my phone. And that's 233 baht, an absolute change. Like I paid 1,400 for 6 months unlimited internet, and yeah, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up paying 1,500 baht. It's either 1,400 or 1,500, but it's the 233. That's how much I ended up paying, and it was an absolute change, mate. An absolute change, because I was paying like 700 baht, 500 baht a month. And then I went into the shop one time and said, how come it, like, my internet goes and I gotta come all the way back here every month to like get internet, and I'm left with nothing. It was just inconvenient, you get me? I'm relying on girls to like top up my phone. It was just long, you get me? I ain't got time for that. Like, I like to be independent, you see. I don't like girl having to rely on no gal to, you know what I mean, top up my phone and all the stupidness. So I went in there and she's like, oh, I can do your deal. Yeah, 1,500, 6 months unlimited. I was like, you what, 1,500? That works out like, what, about £4.50 or something like that a month? for unlimited internet. I was like, yeah, I'll have that. I'll have that, love. I'll have that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I got it, and it works wonders. I run that when I go outside. I run that on all my phones. So a hotspot on all my phones, you get me? So there's internet on all my phones when I'm outside through just the one what is it, like £4. I don't know what the conversion is, but it's probably just over about £4.50. £4.50 a month. So it was perfect. And all in all, that works out that I spent. I got this retard girl just ringing off my phone. Fully pestering me. The girl just messing about, you get me? I ain't got no time for her games. But that's what I'm saying. Like I ain't got no extra expenses. Like I don't expend out for girls and this and that. Like I have so many girls out here. I don't even entertain. Like obviously I don't mind taking a girl out for food or drinks or whatever like that. Like or drink smoothie or whatever. I don't drink, so that's not an expense for me. As far as going, you know what I mean, like the parties and jet skis and entertainment. My entertainment is gym and just bowling about, just going out and about, moving around, seeing 1, 2 girls or whatever. That is my entertainment, and the girls is free. Like I don't pay for girls, so it's like, yeah, it's not. You know what I mean? I had a friend who was here, the same friend that had the clique, and he spent almost £3 in 2 months on girls. I said to him, why are you spending all this money? Just speak to the girls, innit? Like, he's not no ugly guy. Like, you know what I mean? Body builds and that. Like, it's just, I just can't be bothered. Just can't be bothered. I was thinking, what? You're just paying, you end up spending £3 on girl, £3,000. You're mad. You think I'm paying £3,000 in 2 months on girls? No chance. So yeah, and that works out there and thereabouts 30,855 baht for the month, and that works out to be £706.50 English pounds. And $954.38, I think they say in America. Yeah, so it's a change, absolute change. Like I could spend more if I was going wild on the food, wanted to get a more expensive bike, even though PCX is, you know what I mean, that's like driving a Golf out here, you get me? And if I was to have more girls around looking after them. Like if you have a girl with you, you're gonna pay for all her food and this and that. Not saying that I wouldn't do that. You listen, if I was around a girl and she didn't have no money and she was with me and I thought she was real, I don't mind looking after her. It's cash, but like I ain't got no time to be looking after no girl and she's got 7, 8 sugar daddies and I'm just the next part. Like I don't entertain all of that. So yeah. Like girls take me out. Like girls take me out. Like girls buy me things taking me out. Same as England for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not no me going crazy with my wallet over and over. Far from it. If anything, I barely never spend on any girls. You get me? Cause if I feel like they're just wanting to spend my money, or I'm just not interested. I just keep it moving. You have to be normal around me, love. You have to be normal. You treat me like one of the toy lads. you know what I mean? You treat me like one of the toy lads that they don't pay a thing. They don't pay a thing. You know what I mean? Think I'm just going mad with my wallet, but then the Thai boy them come cash. You know what I mean? And don't pay nothing. I see all the time, you get me? And they'll be paying for their restaurant meals and. But just the same, that's how I get it with the things. It's just normal, you get me? Same England, you get me? Same England, they'll get the same thing in England. You know what I mean? And obviously, if I think you're worth it, I might look after you. If you're worth it. if you're worth it. But yeah, but for that, listen, I'm living out here for like 700. I've had more expensive months. Like for a period of time, I'd go for a real fancy meal. You get me? Lunchtimes, I'd go for like, you know what I mean. I was going out for all the little, trying to look for like the best restaurants and that. You get me? But even they don't run it up that much. But like for what I'm doing, I eat all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not starving myself. If I was hungry, I'd buy more food. So yeah, and that's the biggest expense, 11,670. So yeah, that's how much it cost me to live this month. I'm out.